All right, in level H, unit 1, week 2, we're going to start talking about decimals and comparing decimals. So your key idea says decimals are numbers that can be amounts greater than or less than one whole. For example, the decimal number 0.75 is less than one whole. However, the number 1.75 is greater than one whole. Often money is written in decimal notation. For example, $1.75 is an amount greater than $1 but is less than $2. So on the try this, we are going to write the answer in decimal form. So if I have $200.04, we are going to write that in decimal form. So and when I'm talking about dollars, I'm going to have my money symbol. Okay, so $200, wherever you see and is where you're going to put your decimal point. So $200 and 4 cents. So that would be 0, 4. If we wrote $200 and 4 cents like this, that would read $200 and 40 cents. So 4 cents is going to be 0, 4. Number 2, $7.25. So here's my $7, and that's where you're going to put your decimal point, $7.25. Number 3, $65.14. So $65.14. Number 4, $467.23. So I'm going to write 467 and put your decimal point, 23 cents. Number 9 says $90.09. So put your money sign, $90 and 9 cents. Remember, that would be 0, 9. If I wrote it like this, $90.09, that would be $90.90. That means 90. So we have to have 0, 9 for 9 cents. So now on the practice, we're going to be answering some questions based off this decimal right here. So we have to think about place value. And I will try and find a place value chart and post it to our Canvas page. But for right now, just to review, we have your tens, and then your ones, and then you're going to have a decimal point. So that's my decimal point. And then you have your tenths with that TH and your hundredths. So we're going to have tens and ones, our decimal point, and then tenths and hundredths. So here we have 42.91. So it says, number 6 says, is the number in the tens place greater than or less than 5? So they're looking for the number in the tens place. Well, that would be 2 before my decimal point. So the number in the tens place, I'm going to highlight. The number in the tens place would be that 4 right there. So think, is 4 greater than or less than 5? And my answer here would be less. Okay, now number 7 says, is the number in the tens place greater than or less than 5? So now we're going to look at the number in the tens place, and that would come right after the decimal point. That's going to be your tenths place value. And that number is 9, so think, is 9 greater than or less than 5? And the answer to that would be greater. All right, now it wants us to write the number represented. So again, this is 42.91. So instead of saying point, I can use the word and. So let's start at the beginning. So this would be 40, 42, and then I have my decimal. So and, this would be 42, and that's 91. And we have two place values here, so it goes tenths, hundredths. So that would be 42 and 91 hundredths. That's how you would write that out. Number 9 through 12, write the following numbers in standard notation using decimal form. So we're going to read these words and then write those words as a decimal. So 9/10. So remember where that place value is, the tenths. Okay, so I'm only going to have two numbers here for 9/10. That would be 0.9. My tenths place value is where this 9 is right here. So where this 9 is, that would be my tenths place value. Number 10, 33 hundredths. So this is in the hundredths place value. So you're not going to have anything that comes before the decimal point. So 33 hundredths would be 0.33. And again, this is in the hundredths place value. Now, if we look at number 11, 33 and 33 hundredths, when you see the word and in there, that means that you're going to have a decimal or numbers before your decimal point. So 33, and then it reads 33 and, so there goes my decimal point, 33 hundredths. So 33 and 33 hundredths would look like that. Number 12, 2 and 13 hundredths. So again, we have that word and in here. So this is going to be 2 point, your decimal point, 2.13. So 2 and 13 hundredths. So this is where I get the hundredths place value from. There's the tenths and the hundredths. And you do not have to do the reflect. All right, on 1 through 6, you have to write the following fractions as a decimal. This you are going to want to use your calculator for. So to solve this on your calculator, you would take your numerator, your top number, which is 51, divided by 100. And you should get a decimal in your calculator. And when I put it in my calculator, I get 0.51. On number 2 in your calculator, you're going to take your numerator 9 and divide it by 10. And you will get 0.9. So again, you're going to take your numerator and divide it by your denominator. That's how you turn a fraction to a decimal. So that's what you're going to do on 1 through 6. And then 7 through 11, you're going to take the following numbers in standard, or you're going to write the following numbers in standard notation using decimal form. So again, this is where you might want to use a place value chart. So 8/10 would be 0.8. And there are no other ones like that. So 8/10 is going to be 0.8 because 8 is in the tenths place value. Number 8, 23 hundredths. So I'm going to have two places after my decimal here. This would be 0.23. So that reads 23 hundredths. If you notice, you don't see the word and, so nothing is going to come before my decimal point. Let's take a look at number 11 because I see the word and in there. So this would be 52. So I'm going to go ahead and start with my 52 and, that's where I'm going to put my decimal point, 52 and 13 hundredths. So 13 hundredths would have 2 places after the decimal point. So I have the tenths and I have the hundredths. 52 and 13 hundredths. So if you see the tenths word, so your tenths is just going to be 1 place value after your decimal point. If you see hundredths, that's going to be 2 places after your decimal point.